Chip, it's always great to have you here with us. Can you tell us a little bit about what you are seeing with regard to the supply chain and inflationary pressures that we've been reporting so widely on? Is there any end in sight?
Hey, Dom. Great to be with you. Certainly supply chain pressures have been a theme for the last 18 months, right? And it has been, one challenge after the other with increased friction in logistics and increased cost associated with that. Different countries and environments going through COVID shutdowns and the challenges associated with operating in that environment. But I feel like we've weathered that storm rather well, and we've learned a lot over the last several years. I actually feel more positive about the supply chain looking forward than I have in some time. There's going to be, continued friction and some cost pressures, but the volumes that we're enjoying and the demand outlook for all of the products in the Callaway portfolio is so strong that we're, outrunning those other pressures. And yes, we see some inflationary pressures. So what you're hearing about in the environment, we're not immune to. I don't think anybody is in particular. But, again, with our particular categories, we're able to take price, and we're also enjoying these high operating leverage numbers where, it's working out quite well for our shareholders and our business at large. So,
Chip, one of the things that has been interesting about this business that you're in is whether or not you can actually get product out there to sell. The local golf pro shop where I'm at right now cannot get enough inventory on their shelves to sell. You can see it. There are empty shelves everywhere. Have you missed out on sales? Other companies this earnings season have said that they've taken a hit because they could not sell as much as they wanted to. Is that an issue for Callaway Golf and others in the business?
Dom, I guess you could say it's an issue, but it's really a case of looking at the world with the half glass empty as opposed to half full. Our revenues are at record levels. The industry's up 50% over where it was in 2019, and we're up significantly year over year. We're driving massive growth, and the outlook is so positive. We've added capacity. So yes, supply is not keeping up with the demand that we've never seen before, but the outlook for the demand looks very solid. There are more engaged golfers. It's hard to get tee times, and some of the product is going to have a little bit of a longer wait, but we don't think we're going to walk too many sales. It's not like I was going to buy a golf club, but because it's a longer wait, I'm not going to do that. And we're pretty pleased with the outlook for the market right now.
Chip, it's Kelly. If I could switch gears and ask you about Topgolf, which I think is one of the greatest kind of entertainment experience of that, my version of entertainment anyway. It's really enjoyable. What are your aspirations for Topgolf? How big can it get? How many more locations should we expect? And will it always be part of Callaway?
Kelly, we're just thrilled to have it part of the family now. We think it completely transforms our business and the strategic nature of our business. We really are the leader of what I'd like to call modern golf now. And that's the traditional golf element where we have that leadership position in our golf equipment and some of our apparel brands, but also how people like yourself and, a more significant addressable market is going to experience the game going forward, which is off-course golf. It's totally accessible. It's going to bring a lot more people into the game. It's a lot bigger market in general. We have a very strong leadership position there. We'll have scale advantages within our space. We'll have a reach advantage to golf consumers of all type. To answer your question on how big it can get, at the end of the year, there'll be 70 owned and operated venues within our portfolio. We're going to add 10 a year, and we believe that we can add up to 200 of those in the U.S.
Wow.
And then much more than that internationally on top of it.
Wow, so much more to come. And I will say it does get people interested. Maybe not me. There's no hope for me, but in taking golf lessons.
I think we got hope for you, Kelly.
They can play like Dom someday if they're lucky. Chip, thank you so much for your time today.